All right, let's see if coach can make it up. All right, here we go again. Coach.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. Good to have you on my show. At long last.
Yes, we were having some technical issues.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, here we
So,
go.
first of all, without waste, I know I've wasted much of your time, and then I would like to ask you, I'd like us to dive into issues real quick.
Okay.
Before I start, I would like you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'd like to start. I am Coach Woods, Henderson cheerleading coach for football as well as basketball. I'm born and raised here in Jackson, Georgia. At Henderson Middle School, I actually cheered there for 1 year. Then continued my cheerleading journey to Jackson High School, where I cheered up until graduating in 2009. From there, didn't cheer at the collegiate level. Decided to take a break, gained a little freshman 15, so cheering wasn't an option. Relocated back to my hometown, started coaching at our local rec department in 2013 for a year. And then from there, I was awarded like cheerleading coach of the year at the rec level with the little babies. After that, I proceeded to start coaching high school, stayed there for roughly 10 years. Then this whole middle school just dropped in my lap. And from there, we just took off and continued what we built at the high school. That's kind of
Okay.
like the coaching, cheerleading experience.
All right. And then, and who do you have with me? With
I
you there?
have my fabulous, I don't even like to say assistant coach because we're like a dynamic duo. You see her, you see me, you're going to see her. So this is Coach India.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Coach India. So my cheer journey started when I was 3. So I started cheering down at the rec level. Did a little bit of competition as we got to the middle school and then essentially cheered for the high school. After that, I did not cheer on the collegiate level as well. I moved back here and then I started to coach at the rec back in 2014, alongside with just choreographing some dances for our high school. And then I became a coach for our high school. Stayed there up until last year, and here we are with the middle school.
How did you guys meet?
Oh,
Oh, we
Oh,
actually
we're just here.
we went to, well, actually she graduated with my younger brother.
mhm.
And so it's pretty much a small town where we are. Pretty much everyone knows everyone. That's pretty much it. And I think too, once she came along the high school coaching staff, we just kind of connected as
Mhm.
far as our views, what we wanted the cheerleading department to look in our local community. And from there I was like, no questions asked, like we became
We
thick
just
as
bonded,
thieves.
right?
You just born.
We
We just
did.
bonded.
Thick
For
as
how long? For
thieves.
how long you be coaching in the school?
This will be year, I calculated before our interview, this will be year 12 for me.
And
12
10
That's
for
years.
smart
me.
move.
Yes. 12 years.
12 years. Wow. Wow.
I know.
Any competitions?
Not recently. Well, actually, haven't
We
started.
did that.
We did them for
We did one
high
in high
school.
school.
With that, we basically we saw something in our girls at the time that we wanted them to be exposed to on a bigger, I'll say, stage that they weren't used to, because we pretty much only do sideline at the high school level. But when we saw that it was an opportunity for them to go into this game day competition, that's kind of like giving you a UGA or just a collegiate experience. We were like, you know what? We can send our 9 girls. We were small, but they went up there, they did their thing, and from there it was just we're wanting for the future to basically lead into
That
competition.
direction.
Yes.
Coach India, what is your philosophy of a coaching?
So our philosophy for coaching is, and I'll say we because it's not just my, because we're a team. So our philosophy for coaching is you're a student before you're an athlete. So we're building character, we're building strong-minded individuals. It's more than just about putting on a skirt.
Absolutely.
Good. And then how do you balance your skill development with fun and also enjoyment guidelines?
So as far as skill development,
Yes,
from
skill development.
stunting to tumbling, all of the, we start at ground zero. We have some girls who are experienced, but we always go back and say, okay, let's start at ground zero. Let's see if you can just do the
The basics.
simplest basic skills, and then we'll grow from there. We assess pretty regularly. But even with that, just that skill development, we just try to push them to not think inside this box. Don't be
Right.
so used to what you see on social media. Like, we're willing to try anything but safely. Like,
Right.
safety is our top priority because we don't want to have any injuries where girls are falling out of stunts or breaking a leg or something. Like, that's not what we push. We try to push safety, but also wowing the crowds. When our girls step on the middle school sideline for a game day
They know
football,
who we are.
they know who we are. I can say that respectfully. We can say that respectfully.
How many are in the team? How many females? How many male?
No
Um,
men,
no,
30 girls though.
actually
30 girls?
49. We
I
have
gotta ask this question.
49 girls.
30 on
49 girls?
basketball, yeah, and then some of them do cheer for football, so
We have a large department,
very
49
much
total.
so.
Wow. Here's the question. How do you handle dispute among these 30 or 40 girls?
There's no dispute. We run a
Huh?
very tight and strict program. Absolutely not. That's
Wait a
something we
minute.
don't
You
do.
It's well oiled. We'll put it
Yes.
this way.
since the day you took in charge, there
Come on.
has not been no dispute among
No.
your members.
No. We
Bravo.
laid the foundation and they know
Bravo.
what to expect. They know that what our expectations are. We don't have time for foolishness.
Mm-mm.
It mean it seems you must be very disciplined
We
to
are,
accomplish
Yes.
that.
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we try to tell them too that you represent several individuals. You represent us as your coaches. You represent your parents or your supports, whoever your village is at home. But then also you're representing
Yourself.
Henderson at that school. You're representing yourself ultimately. And our thing is we want to make sure that we're putting out the best athletes, not just athletes, but individuals that are ready for their careers, that's ready for the next level as far after high school, going to that collegiate route. We push, I'm a teacher in our middle school. So we push the career college readiness. So it's one of those things of what happens at cheer should transcend into the
So,
classroom, into life in all areas.
Coach, I know you said you taught high school and now you're in the middle school. How is it like to coach in middle school and high school? The
well,
challenges.
Let's just say at first we thought we had bit off more than we could chew. We said, what have we gotten ourselves to into? But it was once we kind of understood, like, we had to sit down and set the expectations for ourselves. Where do we want to this program to ultimately evolve into? And so once we laid out, like, here are the goals, whether it's 6 months to a year to 5 years, from there, that's when we were able to say, you know what? These girls are pretty much like our high school girls. Nothing's different. So, they come in from elementary school and they're 10, 11. So we have to make adjustments as far as
how we deliver certain messages to them
yes.
so that they're able to understand. But essentially, on the middle school level, that is to prepare you for the high school level. High school is going to prepare you for the collegiate level. So it's all just a stepping stone.
So, coach,
Yes.
coach India, have you ever taught high school or
Absolutely not. I am not a teacher. Absolutely not. Just let me coach, and that is it.
No, we are
No.
not
Mm-mm.
at all.
No.
Oh, okay. I just I just wanted to know because you know dealing with high school and middle school is a little bit challenging. I
It
know.
is.
It can be. The attitudes are still the same. It's just the bodies are a little more proportion. They haven't grown into their full selves where, but we still, like we said, we will run a well-oiled machine. So we try to keep the attitudes at bay and let them know, hey, we are here to help you. And ultimately, they come to us even like parents. A lot of times we have conversations with them. Sometimes they tell us things that they don't tell their parents. Now, of course, we do push, like, if it is something that's unsafe or detrimental, then we're going to have to share it. But we have a pretty good village.
We're
Can
a
I
family
say?
here.
Can I say? Are you a good coach? And if you are, what makes you a good coach?
I think we are.
I don't think we're good coaches. I think we are great coaches. I won't limit us to just being good coaches. And I think that's something that set us apart from all other coaches as well. What we bring to the table, um,
What you bring
not
to the table? Tell us. What do you bring to the table?
Well, let us
we
tell
are
you.
the table. We are the
We
table.
are.
We
I
are the
love
table.
We toot our own horn because we don't need anyone to toot it for us.
Right.
But honestly, we want our basically our cheerleaders or our coaching comes from we just have this heart and this passion about it. Anything that I can say personally, anything I put my hand on, I want it to be a certain level of expectation and standard. I want to set the standard so
Right.
that you have something to work towards. To I always sound like a perfectionist in my own way, so I don't want anything that I put my hand on to look crazy
Right.
at all.
And you won't make us look crazy.
Okay, now what are your team goals?
Team goals. I'll let you elaborate on that. Just kind of where we've started.
So one thing that we would like to do is to get our middle schools on that competition platform. So that's one of the main goals that we have. I think the foundation that we have set as far as the basic skills, I think we're at a good place. Now we're trying to push it a little bit further. So that is one of our team goals that we have.
Let's talk about competition.
Hmm.
Have we ever been or won any awards? And
We
what?
have. We
Yeah.
got a chance this past year, this past summer. We went to the UCA camp, I would say in LaGrange, Georgia, and our girls were able to compete in a middle school division alongside two other well-known middle school squads. And it was trying. We had a lot of highs. I mean, more highs than lows, but it was for them to just see what the competition world is kind of like. Let's just, well, I will say that we ended up placing first place in our division out of the other schools.
Yeah.
Oh, and that makes
So
you a
we
great coach,
dominated.
right?
Say that again.
That makes you a great coach, right? Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that was with not usually with competition, even at the high school level, you have 16 girls. Well, we had 30 girls that competed. And so
30
trying
girls?
to 30 girls.
30.
Damn.
We say the same thing.
Right.
30 girls got up there on the mat. They showcased like their highest skills. They were able to, they went through a lot of practicing. Like I stated, it was some tears, but ultimately they were able to trust the buy-in of what we're trying to push. Like we're pushing excellence. We're pushing greatness. Like don't just put yourself in a certain box or being mediocre where you don't see that, hey, the sky is the limit. Well, actually past the sky is the limit. And so that's what we try to preach is y'all can do anything. We got first place. Here you were, you
First
doubted
time.
your first time there, 30 girls, the
Two
two of
coaches.
us, and we had our other she's not truly our coach, but
But she is.
she is our coach.
So we went from the dynamic duo to the triple threat.
Yes.
I must really applaud from having dispute among your team and to able to climb to the peak to the second position or first position. It's a great job. It's hard dedication. I
Yes.
like that.
Thank
I
you.
like Yeah. And let's go back to culture. What does it mean to have a good team culture?
Wanna piggyback on that?
Sure. So one thing about us and our culture is we came in and we wanted to change the culture a little bit. Like we're not just in our school. Our thing is more than cheer. That is our hashtag. If you put it in social media, you're gonna find us. So it's always more than cheer. We're out in the
Absolutely.
community. We're doing different events, like as far as community service events. We are doing things down in our rec department. It's just trying to bring everything together.
Good. All
We
right.
have a good culture. I will say, last year we were, like I said, it fell in our lap. So when we initially got the coaching positions at the middle school, the teams were selected. So we didn't really have an input on who was selected last year. But this year we were able to pretty much do our own tryout session. We had roughly 75 girls to try out. Well, maybe 80. It was about 80 girls to try out. And from there, we chose 51. A few have fallen off due to various reasons, but that just kind of lets you know what we're doing at the middle school level. Because I always preach like what happens in middle school, it goes into high school, it goes like we were saying earlier, that career and collegiate readiness that we push across the educational field. Um, Even with the team culture, everyone wants to be a HMS cheerleader for the most part. Now, if they have anything, we usually say if they are saying anything like negative about a program, it's probably because our expectations sometimes they were a little too high and they just weren't ready yet to meet those.
Right. All right. This is High School TV USA Chair Coaching Experience, where we allow coaches to come on board to elaborate on their ideas of what is a good coach or a quality good coach. And now people watching from Africa, Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Nigeria. This
Okay.
High School TV USA. So whatever you're saying, it's being heard from them. So
Awesome.
yes, actually I'm from Ghana, West
Okay.
Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do also broadcast this program to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. So
good.
we're
So
worldwide.
yeah, worldwide, yes, because I do high school event also in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's go back to safety.
Mm.
Yeah,
Safety is always first.
good. So the question I want to ask is, how do you handle the team members who is struggling and
Um,
also repeating mistakes in the team?
we're not gonna have going back to how we run our program, we're not going to have a lot of individuals to make a mistake because safety is always first. If we're stunting, we're not laughing, we're serious. If it's something that you do not have or something you don't get, she based, I flew, base, back spot. She's done a little bit of basing
Back.
and back spot as
I don't go
well.
in the air. Mm-mm.
So we jump in and we show them versus just trying to tell them because sometimes it'll resonate better with you if you can see it versus me just telling you what you're supposed to do.
Right.
How you see? I know you have a lot of team members you are dealing with. How are you able to detect these mistakes?
We can see.
Yeah, we can see, and we do a pretty good job. We do like you said, we'll showcase it. We'll show them first. This is what your back spot should be doing. This is what your flyer, where your hand should be placed, or as your bases, whether you're the main base or the side base. So it's a lot of hands on. And what we do is even though we have 30 girls, we manage our time pretty well.
Mhm.
So we'll go from stunt group to stunt group. And if we feel like this stunt group has mastered that skill, we'll have them pair up with another stunt group and then just go over and assess them. So then it's not just solely up to the coaches. We're formulating and putting in those leadership qualities
And they're
in
saying,
the other teammates. What we're talking about 13, 14 and 15-year-old girls at this point who are already working in these leadership positions at the middle school level. So they're able to do it. Now we're just, I mean, the world is wide and the
Mhm.
possibilities and opportunities are there for them.
Right. Good. I like that. Cool. So academics. Does academic play vital role?
vital.
Absolutely.
That is
Okay, tell me,
first.
Coach India.
That is first. So we have a no pass, no play rule. You have to be passing all of your classes. I understand that some schools may say you can fail one.
Mhm.
Absolutely not. That's not how we run our program. You have to pass all of your classes before you can touch the field, the court, the anything.
So you got GPA that you guys look up to?
We do not have GPAs.
Not
We
in middle
just
school.
have 6 out of 6 classes. The other athletic departments at our school, they do 5 out of 6. But we have felt when we've seen where it has worked for us. Where last year we had about 10 girls that were not eligible to cheer for basketball the first game. By the second and the third game, we were down to one cheerleader that was not passing all of her classes. So we really push academics. We constantly say you're a student before you're an athlete. And then you also hear the girls, well, I hear them in the hallway saying, Coach Woods, I'm feeling it clad, but by the end of the day, 3 p.m., I'm going to be passing. I said, okay, do what you got to do, baby.
Right.
Right, right. I like that, Coach. I like that. And also, when it comes to, I remember when I had one of the coaches on my show, I asked her about the addresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the addresses are somehow short.
Mm-hmm.
I questioned her about why. Is there any way? Is that the only way?
Um, so our stance
So
on that.
listen.
And I have noticed that the dresses are getting shorter and shorter. But at the same time, we do want our girls to be modest individuals when they step out in any events. So what we do is we use our sizing guide in order to look at the length, and if
And
we
the
feel like it's too revealing, we'll tell the girls that hey, we have to size it. I mean, to go a little bit longer because we don't want them to show everything. We want them to still look
like ladies.
like ladies in a cheerleading uniform.
Yeah, I, that's really perfect.
Yeah, it's moving more towards the shorter and shorter, but we are looking at what we're actually putting out there. We can look good even in the longer skirts.
Okay, initially when I pictured cheerleading, I thought cheerleading was mainly meant for ladies.
Oh no,
Oh,
No,
yeah.
mm-mm.
So,
no.
so,
No, times
yeah.
are changing.
Very much so. Times were changing many years
About 10 years
ago.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a guy that cheered with me.
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Coach, let's talk about stunt and tumbling. You know, you throw people up in the sky and stuff.
Yeah, she used to get thrown in the sky, and I used to catch her. Well, I didn't catch her, but I called people like her. Now
So
me, I'm not getting thrown in the sky. Mm-mm. I'll catch them all day.
Now I'll still go up. They can't throw me, but I will go up just to show our flight.
And we would like to share how hands-on we are. Can you just tell them about your experience when she was hands-on working with the stunt group? What took place?
Mhm.
So I went up because I needed to understand what was happening inside of the stunt group. I didn't know if it was the base, if it was the flyer, or the back spot that was wrong. So I went up, and as they were bringing me down, I landed wrong because one of
Oh
my
no.
girls actually dropped my foot. Like she did not bring me down safely. It was just kind of like a let go, and I ended up with a meniscus injury. I love my kids, but that was it.
Yes. And
Uh,
so, therefore, when she would get ready to showcase her, just to help them, I said, no longer, because I need
Yeah.
you there with me on those game days.
good. So, coach, see, now you pass through this situation. What are some
Yes.
of the techniques you're gonna use to teach your team members? What are some of the procedures?
Like we were saying earlier, we start at the basics. We show them. Sometimes we even show them videos. We're hands on, so that the injuries are limited or little to no injuries. So we start with the smallest. We even do thigh stands where they get on the ground. And they're like, "Why do we got to do these rake stunts?"
Because it's
Because
basic.
it builds. Everything is a progression thing. So from that thigh stand, we can go into our preps. We can go into our fulls and our full downs, whatever it may be. But we have to make sure that we're checking off
The
those.
little
And
things.
yes,
And then
And
we also make sure that they're
yes,
using their legs. So in stunting, everything is going to come from your legs. Power comes from your legs. We don't want you to be our age and you're saying that, oh, my back hurts because I didn't go down to pick my girl up right, or I didn't catch her right. So we try to make sure that they understand how their body works and what they're supposed to do in stunting and tumbling.
beautiful, beautiful. Keep it up, coach. I like how you guys have really answered the question, and I think it is very laudable and knowledgeable. I like that. You see, the question that I was asking about the stunt and tumbling is that do can anybody take part in the tumbling and stunt? Because imagine I'm heavy. I cannot, I cannot.
we have some girls that could pick you up. We
What?
do. Yes.
Yes.
Oh
And then
no.
what we would do is she would show you how to properly position yourself where you
You're
feel
not
very
heavy.
light
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
not
not
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, coach. Since coach, you guys are really prepared. I like that.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I gotta put my boots on and come there.
Yeah, come
You
on
know.
and visit us. I
Just make
promise
sure you
you.
bring tennis shoes because we can't pick you up in boots.
Okay, right. Okay, so what are some of the challenges you've been facing? Organizing event, practice, and stuff. Tell me.
I I think the biggest one for, and maybe she can agree, is just the balance
Mhm.
between coaching and um, nor our personal lives.
Normancy.
And I feel like a lot of times we're not leaving the school until 8:30, sometimes even later. And we also do this thing on home games where we get there. Well, I usually get there because, like I said, she's not at the school, but I'll get there at 7 a.m. and I'm staying there until like 8:30 p.m. at night. And so just trying to find that balance between both. But like I said, I'm very passionate. She is as well. So we don't like to half do anything. We're going to go 100+% or we're not going to do it at all.
Right.
So I think that's one of the challenges is just trying to find that balance between coaching, personal, and still. And we always tell them, like, we're not just Coach Woods. You have Arcaria, the mom, the teacher, baseball mom, travel, all of that. And you have Coach India with her. She's a dance mom, insurance agent, specialist. So we have so many things that we wear so many hats. So that's just kind of one of the biggest challenge with coaching.
Coach India,
Yes.
how can I become a good cheerleader?
Well, first off, you have to be coachable. You can't come in with a mindset that I know what I'm doing or I've been doing it this way. You have to have an open mind. You have to be coachable. Secondly, you have to listen.
Absolutely.
And not just listening to respond, but you also have to listen to understand so that you can understand the information that we're putting out to you. So if you come in with those two, then more than likely you may be able to be a good cheerleader.
You'll be an HMS cheerleader across the board. And good grades.
Yeah,
grades.
Yeah, academics. Yeah, you can't.
You don't have the grades, you don't step
Yeah.
on the court or that
Yeah.
track.
Whoa. Coach, and then the one thing I also want to add to was finance. How do you finance your projects when it comes to competition and stuff? How do you finance yourself?
Repeat that one more time for us.
Yeah, I'm talking about your financial assets. How do you fund yourself when it comes to cheer competition or cheer practice?
Our finances?
Yep.
Oh, got you. Okay, so we have we do several fundraisers. One thing that we do, we start with a calendar when the girls make the team initially. We have a pick the date. So, for instance, if let's just say that the date is the 31st, I'm going to give $31 to that cheerleader, and then that money goes towards their actual fees. And we have the pick the date calendar. We also do a scoreboard. This year, we were able to raise $16,000. And so that was our biggest fundraiser that we have ever been actually a part of and to implement. And last year we did a chocolate fundraiser. We will not do that again. Anything that we have to house or count. It was good. We profited from it. It was just very tedious having to make sure that girls were not leaving their chocolate bars in their cars to melt. So yeah, that one was a one and done fundraiser. We also started the HMS pageant. So we have girls and guys in 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade that are able to participate in a school-wide pageant. And they have different categories that they participate in. So for instance, they have like an evening wear, they have a casual wear, they have an interview portion. Last year, we were able to profit a good amount from that. And that was our first year doing it. We have done it in the past here in Jackson, but not at the middle school. And last year was very successful.
Yeah.
So we don't really have to ask for too much money. We try not to.
Anything for our cheerleaders
is supporting the youth. So
yes, absolutely.
And anything that our girls need, we try to get it out of the cheer fund because you guys have already paid your fees in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes to come behind and say, oh, we need $20 for a shirt or we need $10 for this. Once you pay your money, that's why we fundraise to get our girls what we need throughout the season.
And we actually provide our girls, because we raise so much with the scoreboard, we were able to do pregame meals for every single games, the football season, and that's 9 games. And you have to think about it, 30 girls. That's a lot of money that we're dishing out for 9 games.
Right.
Good. Oh, it's a nice, interesting topic with you. And then I hate to say goodbye, but I love to have you guys on my show because I'm enjoying your show, your company more.
Oh, we'll appreciate it.
Invite us back.
We'll come back.
Right.
We'll interview other coaches for you if you need us to.
Right.
Oh, that's perfect. So what I'm trying to do is that high school TV, Ghana.
Okay.
We are into talent competition. We go to schools, fish out talent, singing, dancing, rapping, and all of that, art. And at the later round, we bring them all the schools at the grand finale, and we host awards for them, giving them souvenirs and cash prize. So we are looking at doing an international program, an Asian program.
Okay.
So when we start everything, I'll make sure I'll let the company in High School TV Ghana send a letter so I can distribute to some of the schools here, and I'll include your school as well.
Please
Okay.
do. We will
Yeah.
be
Oh,
willing participants.
go before I let you guys go. You tell me in the coming future, in the coming years, where should we see Coach Woods and Coach Indy? Where should we see guys with the team?
Everywhere. When you open up your social media app, you'll see us.
When you come into Jackson, Georgia, you will see a sign that says home of the state champions, whatever division it is, because we're trying to go into that competition cheer world. That's what we would like to do. And ultimately, even opening a gym for our athletes here, because right now we do not have an actual competition cheer gym. I think the nearest one is maybe 30 or 40 minutes away.
Right.
So we have
I think,
competition.
sorry to interrupt. I think that is what we should look at to focus on where we can get philanthropists to help you guys do that.
That'll
Yeah.
be perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If we can do that, I think we'll have more. The future of just cheerleading in general here in Jackson, it'll open up so many doors for our girls, and having them to be able to go to college for free on a cheerleading scholarship.
Right.
And we, when we say that to our girls, that's the first time they've heard. Like, we can go to cheer for free and go to school for free. I said, absolutely.
We're a sport. Yeah.
But yes, that's
ladies
the
and
future.
gentlemen, this is High School TV USA, and you know, as we do, we welcome coaches on this board to tell us what they think about coaching experience, about what kind of experience they have. So, without wasting much of your time, I'll let you guys to give us your best advice. If someone wants to become a coach, or someone to become a cheerleader, what's the best advice you're gonna give? And tell us your social media handles, how someone can locate your school or locate you too.
Okay. You want to start with your advice?
Yeah. So one piece of advice that I will give to any coach, is just 3 words: fair, firm, and consistent. You have to be fair amongst your girls. You can be firm and still run a great program. And you just have to be consistent. Whatever you start, just make sure that you're able to foresee it all the way through. You can't be wishy washy when it comes. Yeah, you have to be. It just has to be consistent about the
That's so crazy. I did not know that was necessarily her advice, because in my classroom, as well as with my coaching, I say I'm the 3 F's. I'm fun, I'm firm, and I'm fair. And to hear you say that, like, that just solidifies it already. But the biggest thing is just be authentically you.
Right.
Give those girls or those athletes whatever they need, and do not sugarcoat or try to fit into a certain box. I said that quite a bit tonight, but just be authentically you, and those girls or those athletes are going to work hard because they know that you truly care.
Today, if you guys are no more coaches in the school, what are some of the things that your students will always remember you?
Well, we got some sayings they would probably say.
Right.
Go run.
Right. Right.
Or we always say, one group that we have seen them just progressively get better, 2 programs, and we will say kudos to them, is Alcovey cheerleaders. I know you've had their coaches on here before, but we always tell our girls, whenever you're doing any technique or stunt with stump and shake, you should kick your foreheads like Alcovey cheerleaders. They don't kick their foreheads per se, but their technique is so precise.
And so high.
Absolutely. And another program is Lovejoy. Pretty much, Coach Megan has came in and changed the whole trajectory of that program. Those girls are competing at Georgia state championship every single year. So we always say, hey, Alcove and Lovejoy, that's what we don't want to duplicate. What we'll try to, in a sense,
We're striving to get to
Be authentic.
absolutely
like they are.
Yes.
All right, Coach. This is High School TV USA. I'll let you guys give your social media handle so people can follow you guys before I let you guys go.
You can follow us on Instagram at Henderson Middle School Cheerleading, as well as Facebook. That's for the older generation. Our TikTok has not been started just yet, but that's coming down the pipeline. And then you can also find us at 494 George Take Drive, Jackson, Georgia, pretty much Monday through Friday.
Good. Coach, my contribution, I'm very happy to have you guys on my show.
Thank you
And
for having us.
my advice also that you teach the kids morals,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
respect one another.
Mhm.
Because without respect, there'll be there'll be peace, conflict.
It'll be
Right.
conflict, chaos.
Right.
Absolutely.
Wherever we are, let's teach them. So wherever they go, they always remember you.
They'll always
Right.
remember. We appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunities just to share our experience and our journey.
All right, you're welcome. Well, this is High School TV. You can look at High School TV on TikTok, High School TV USA, on YouTube, High School TV, on Instagram, High School TV, on Clapper, High School TV, on Facebook, High School TV, everywhere. On X, High School TV. Lockdown.
Have a good one.
All right, have a nice weekend and good evening.
You
You too.
too.
Thank you.
All right.